You can go in early and just wreck the opponent's pathing in the jungle. Make it very difficult, right? Especially against the YSS, it slows down his clear. It doesn't allow him to flash farm as quickly. So now he's a bit slower compared to the Granger. And Bambi, you could see, he's just taking his own sweet time in the jungle. He's covered by A1, A2, he's covered by Azura X.
Yeah, and of course, the worst part is YSS is forced to pop the heal as well. So which means that he's going to be not very healthy going into the first team fight after the first wave clear, which means that YSS is actually, Adamir is actually focusing on the top side because the first turtle will spawn on the top.
Did a very cheeky play here, went buff to buff with one camp in between. So he's going to hit level 3 here once he finishes up the orange buff. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Kingsmen, they know that you can dive the Alice early on. Do they have the control though? They need to keep her in place if they really want to push for this.
I don't think that Almghty can actually try to do anything against June, right? Because June can always just blink out of the way. And don't forget, Kingsmen, they're not level 4. Lun is not level 4 yet. Same goes to Show A1, A2, and Azura X. They need those level 4 in order to do any form of damage against Alice, or Alice will be able to teleport away.
Maybe though, he's level 4.
Level 4, A1, A2, oh, will get down. Unfortunately, Adamir just popping down the damage landing, but it is Jay who actually picks up that kill.
Quick speedy rotation from Almghty into the mid lane after they get the kill. They want to control this, set up for what could possibly be a free turtle here if they don't. The Kingsmen side don't put up any resistance, so you can see right now they're pulling the turtle towards the top half. This forces Kingsmen into a choke if they want to contest this, and against the side of Almghty, this might not be the best play.
The Death Sonata landing on top of Ken, but it doesn't clip on top of Ken. Ken will be able to run away with small little help, but Jay coming in with the umbrella open will be able to pull Azura X right on in. But mind you, because Almghty, they took down A1 to it level 3, perfect. Now he doesn't have level 4, but now Kingsman, A1, A2 is already level 4.
Feather Airstrike is up, so I think there was a window there. Almghty was able to really pressure the turtle, but unable to convert the objective into a win. In terms of goal, all even across the board. Like we said, the mid-game offensive momentum is what we want to see from Kingsmen, right? Yep. Turtle has been taken by Almghty, as expected, especially because they have YSS. Adamir is super comfortable on this, abusing the Mountain Shocker to consistently get knowledge of where his opponents are as well.
You can see like A1, A2 actually flew all the way to the bottom. They're trying to look for the bottom side gang. However, the Mountain Shocker will review A1, A2 because A1, A2 does have the Feather Airstrike. Lun also has the Zaman Falls, but at the same time, bottom side, Zaman Falls will be popped. June coming in with the damage, but Lun will stay strong. Ken trying to land as much heal as possible. This is an Alice that's not online as of yet, but Lun has the power spike of the level 4.
You might be looking at that and say like, hey, Hungry, that's a weird gank. Why did Almghty come down and try to force onto the Harif? If we bring up the gold and items again, Jun is actually a hit in terms of Lun when it comes to overall value. So he's scaling insanely well, right? He's going to hit his items much quicker compared to Lun, who we said needs the Scythe to even come online in the mid-game. So Almghty now, they're actually doing completely fine. Once this Alice comes online, they'll look even better in fights.
Yeah, but hold on a second, as Sky lands the stun, unable to hit. Lun is just zipping and zapping right around, but Sky will get focused down. It is the Chrono Dash that will be able to take as Lun escapes with a silver health.
Yeah, meanwhile, you can see on the flank though, June is coming in. They're looking to get a pick here.
Oh, June with the coming in will be able to stun Azura X. The Mountain Shocker lands as well. But the airstrike coming on will be able to catch no one. Unfortunately, the win by win will be popped as Bambi will force to disengage. Almghty looking very strong as of now.
Good replies coming from Kingsmen. Instantly focusing the Alice. Like Jun, he knew there was a small moment there. If I jump them, I hit them with the root, I could probably kill them, but
burns the flicker as well.
A bit greedy, a bit greedy. So Kingsmen, at least they get the correct answer. They push themselves 1k ahead in terms of goal. Like we said, the core items need to be completed on Lun and Bambi before they can start taking these fights. A bit more tankiness for the Paquito here.
Yep, the next team fight will happen around the turtle. Now, it is going to be boils down on, the positioning of Kingsmen, whether they want to actually get this turtle, because they already set it up here very nice and dandy. Now, Harif will actually rotate towards the turtle, will try to join this turtle fight. They're just going to rotate around just a little bit as Almghty will pull the trigger. Jay coming in. Turtle will be taken down by Bambi. Coming in, it is Azura X will be able to stun Sky, but Sky with a nice flicker will be able to catch Bambi. Too slippery he is as the damage coming in from the side of Kingsman will be overwhelming. But here comes June. Will be able to take a couple of members away from Kingsman.
Good 2-for-2 trade. As good as it gets for Almghty there. Like, it would have been a lot worse, right? Kingsmen are almost at their power point already, but for the Kingsmen themselves, they managed to take the turtle, so they equal it out 1 apiece. Goal lead is still there, 2k or just about. shy of 2k for Kingsmen. Now they need to start putting some pressure on the map. Let's take a look at this replay here. So this is what I constantly advise people to do. Like if you're doing turtle, you need to drag out to the side because that forces your opponents into a choke if they want to tunnel onto you. Now that all of Almghty is just in this massive river choke, the Farsa Feather Airstrike just does so much damage.
And Jun coming in the flank will be able to pick up A1, A2 at the first point, which is actually nice and dandy. Azura Ademir is like just sneaking by Azura
They actually
X.
found a kill onto Ken while the replay was going on, and Loon died as well, so support for offlaner, not really the best trade for Kingsmen.
Yeah, but look at Kingsman. Top side of Almghty is open. So bottom side is where the turtle will spawn for next time. Mountain Shocker once again to review the information, which is very vital. That's exactly what the YSS can bring on the table, right?
YSS is 0-0 and 3. Not the best start for Ademir. Odhiambambi is having a better lead now in terms of EXP and gold.
Oh, the stun coming in, A1, A2 lands down the Feather Airstrike. I feel like there's a synergy coming out with A1, A2 and Azura X, right?
That's the
you
point,
land
right?
the
That's
long
the
range
point.
stun, you follow up with the Feather Airstrike.
And even if you don't get the kill, you just need to force them off. But in that case, that was a bit of a poor Feather Airstrike. You're now going to jump in. Can't really find a solo kill. Like this is just forcing Wings by Wings out for A1, A2 because the turtle is going to be spawning soon. And now both teams will want to contest this. Kingsmen are at their power point. The fight that they take now, if it's structured and forced well, they should be jumping ahead.
Yep, but hold on a second. Shu will get focused on top as well. Sky misses his stun. The turtle has spawned. The Mountain Shocker coming down. Shu will look very low as Sky picks up that kill instead. Azura X coming with the stun. But look at Ademir just pushing down the mid lane turret.
Yep, whether they can get the turtle here is going to seal the deal to Kingsmen. They need to get it. They will get it back out. Now Jun in the backline, getting a lot of members low. Has to kind of wait. Imagine eventually will get picked off. Now Almghty, they're disengaging here. Odhiambambi still chasing with the Rhapsody. It's a 1-for-1 trade overall because they lost the Paquito, but they managed to pick up the Alice, and Kingsmen got the turtle.
Yep, and of course, take a look at the gold lead. It's still neck and neck. Even though Kingsman did get a bunch of kills here and there, they did take the turtle here and there as well. They are still kind of
ahead by 2K.
Yeah, ahead by 2k, but not too far in my opinion as of now. Whereas Kingsman pushing down this bottom tank turret, it's gonna push that turret lead a little bit.
This is the window for Kingsmen. This is the window that they want to force the item lead and their overall comp leads, right? Their composition is stronger at this point. They want to be taking more structures down on the map and pushing into the jungle finding picks.
Yep, because
you can't just wait for Almghty to handshake objective fights. You need to start finding picks.
Yeah, because that Jun is gonna go into that very late game Alice, and when the late game Alice comes into the line, your back line will get melted on. Don't forget A1, A2. It's pretty immobile, so it's probably the main target of Almghty if Almghty wants to take this.
Jun is playing as though he's like super far ahead, right? He keeps jumping in. Eventually, he should be able to find the kills. He's starting to scale up. Double picked up already on the side of Almghty.
Odhiambambi looking very low at the same time. Jun chasing after his Sky misses the stun, but Ademir comes in with the dash over the wall. Odhiambambi burns the Rhapsody, but misses every single shot. Ademir finishes off with one shot.
Almghty, they clean up, and the goal lead is still there for Kingsmen, but they still find the kills to slow down the tempo, right? All of this is not actually Lun. If he finds this, it's going to be nice value. Okay, opening up the map. Almghty trading even there is like the best case scenario. I don't think Chu should be here. I think he should be dead.
Yeah, Ademir, the burst damage coming out, just dashing Dauntless, but True burst the flicker, comes in, Sky jumping in, will not be able to find True, managed to get away, but the damage has been done as Almghty is starting to pressure the top side.
They need to defend this. Kingsmen need to hold on to this ground because the turtle is coming up. If they don't have this tier 1, it makes that fight a lot more difficult because there's so much open space that Almghty can chase into. So good use of the Feather Airstrike to push them away. Yep. Oh man, look at the burst on A1, A2.
Yep, A1, A2 will go down as the Mountain Shocker will be there to seal the deal. Now the members of Almghty will be following up. Azura X coming in, Sky wreaks havoc in the mid lane, in the back line of Kingsman. Odhiambambi will be able to dash on away as Almghty takes A1, A2 down.
Without the Farsa, without the Feather Airstrike, there's a moment of weakness here for Kingsman. A lot of these fights have been off the back of Almghty just finding awesome picks, right? They get the prime targets. Killing off the Farsa at the start of the fights reduces Kingsman's damage so much.
Yep.
This mid-game composition excels at this point. Any further on, it has the potential to drop off.
Yes. And if you take a look at A1, A2's score, it is not looking very good. If that Farsa wants to go into the late game, Almghty, they are actually controlling the top side right now. And Kingsman, they probably try to look for some offlane plays. If you take a look at where Loon is, he's trying to split push as much as possible.
Good use of the map here. Kingsmen are opening it up just a little bit. Bot lane pressure, that's going to crash. So someone on the Almghty side is going to have to answer the bot way soon or waste a lot of gold. This is a window here. If Kingsmen, they see the Alice on the bot side, they could start the Lord. She's eventually going to walk down. Like, that's a commitment you have to make. You have to go and clear and push out the ball wave.
Kingsman, okay, Almghty will show the June right at the bottom side. Now it is boiled down to whether Kingsman, Death Sonata will be able to land three shots on top of Ken. The feather airstrike will be able to there to seal the deal as Kingsman will be working on. You can see how June is slowly coming back up. Azura X is laying there waiting. The Lord pushing out. The Mother Shotgun will be engaged. Sky jumping in. June coming in a little bit too late. Sky is going to get focused down, but at the same time, Shu at the backline will be able to find Adamir. It's on the 101. It's the Paquito going up against the YS, but no, Adamir takes that Paquito down as Kingsman will be able to pick up June at the same time with the Rhapsody.
Almghty though, they managed to find a great fight because June was bot side. He ran all the way to top and he's like, don't worry guys, if the fight goes long enough, I'm gonna come and help you guys clean up. And that's exactly what he did. Finally, Almghty pulling a hit in terms of gold, and you know, this Alice is coming online now. Has the Winter Truncheon, has the clock, which is fully completed. They will be able to scale into the late game, and there's very little Kingsmen can do because Azura X, he's a stun bot. He doesn't really contribute anything right now. All the damage is in the pocket of Odia Bambi and A1, A2. If they get picked off, it's game over. Almghty, they can close out this game.
And the worst part is June already picked up the Holy Crystal. He's going to output a lot more damage, a lot of heal, but the Rhapsody Death Sonata will be able to land on top of June, takes him down as well. But Azura X will be trying to force it away. Odia Bambi is forced to defend the top side. The better airstrike, A1, A2 will be able to push Almghty away, but Almghty has done the damage and they're packing their bags and they're going back and just regroup once again.
Azura X looking for a pick here. Ken might die. He's very squishy. He has to flicker away. The rest of Almghty now group up, defending this area on the back. Jay has a nice flank angle, but he's a wise man. He recognizes he shouldn't take that fight. Just back off, let his team reset. June is coming up in 2 seconds. Looking at both sides, a lot of the power, like I said, on Kingsman's side is A1, A2 and Odia Bambi. Almghty, a lot of the power is on Jun and Adamir, right? It's not so much the Kagura. Jay is there to add additional pressure with the Yin Yang overturn, but the real damage is from the Alice and the Eastern Shin.
Yeah, at the same time, okay, Azura X will be able to find. Here comes the Feather Airstrike, will be landing on top of the damage on top of Sky. Adamir lands the Hunter Shocker once again, but he will be looking for June coming in, but will not come in with the stun. Adamir chasing Chu all the way in. Odia Bambi coming in for the flank on top of Adamir, but unfortunately A1, A2 will be forced to use Swing Wings. Now, it is Odia Bambi that's going to get caught.
Loon actually getting the kill.
Loon at the backline, the Winter Truncheon will be activated as Loon picks up a double kill. Unfortunately, will lose his life as well. Jay looking very low, but the flicker comes.
He's a minion. He doesn't do anything. Azura X here, you just have to run away. There's nothing he can really do. Almghty, they understand the late game power. In the mid game, they were trading even for even. It doesn't matter if Kingsman has a small goal lead because they know once Jun comes online, once Eastern Shin is online, Adamir is 5-0 at 8 now. They stopped his early game flash farming, but he's contributing to these fights just by virtue of being there, right? So Almghty, less than 100 seconds on the Lord. They just need to farm the jungle, take the buffs, and prepare for the objective, which should allow them to close out the game.
Yes, don't forget, let's take a look at this instant replay, right?
The fight is split into two ways. You can see that on the side of Almghty, they're looking to focus down Azura X and Chu first, but they are in a death ball. And this is when Almghty really excel, right? They turn and fight whoever come onto them because they have the Alice, because they have the Lapu Lapu. Lun makes a good play here. He's able to stall Jun out, and eventually with the Winter Truncheon, you can see the top, he just clutches it out, turns around, gets the 1-4 on trade.
And at the same time, you know, it's like what you said, splitting the fight away, splitting the Kingsman fight. But you gotta admit, you know, Loon coming in, finding that flank, will be able to pick up 2 members on his own without any form of support. You can see how Kingsman is starting to split up, right?
The Kingsman side, like, you guys might also think like, hey, you know, but on Harif, Loon also brings a lot of damage to the table. Yes, but it's not very consistent or reliable because for him to go that far, his team needs to be behind him, right? He's very mobile with Zaman Force. He can't do it reliably without his team backing him up.
Yep, as the Lord will spawn in the next 30 seconds. It feels like Almghty is already in position. Don't forget, Kingsman, they need to send at least 1 member down to defend, so it could be potentially turning into a 5v4.
I like this Death Bush style of play. You know, Almghty, where have you been the whole season? Just sitting in a brush, waiting for someone to walk up. If they get a bit too handsy, you just chop them off, punish them. And Mountain Shocker is immediately going to review all of Kingsman's position. This collapse coming on the bot side, enemy charging up the arrow. The first target here is going to be the the Popo and Koopa rather. They get 2 kills. Almghty, they should not have, or the Kingsmen should not have overcommitted there.
This could be a Loon's time to shine actually as the members of, Almghty will be catapulted on top of Loon.
I like how I was trying to hype that up, but like boom, you know.
Almost.
Kingsmen, they just fall down. Like there is no fight there to be had because the far side isn't there and Odia Bambi is just left alone. Almghty, they set up the right play, right? They understand the objective is the Lord here. So they're able to just set up use the Mountain Shocker. Hey, there's two guys there. Just my Yi Song Yi, you know, Lei Long, run in and get the kill.
It's basically like, you know, free map hack coming out from Adam and Mary. Identifies it, strategically just split Kingsmen apart. And therefore, you know, Kingsmen sending the True all the way down just to defend as the Lord spawns in the top side.
So look at your lanes right now. Lord is top side. Where does everyone else want to be? I think Alice needs to be mid-shoving the closest wave, and then someone preps the bot wave. So Alice goes down, starts the push, she sits in mid while the rest of his team pushes with the Lord. Oh dear, Bambi. No. It feels like, you know, he's moving 45 degrees ever so slightly, starting to tilt.
Starting to swindle a little bit because the fact that Kingsman doesn't have Odia, Bambi and Almghty can potentially end this game right now. Zaman Falls will be land. Where is the Feather Astra? A1, A2 doesn't find a very good position.
Here comes Jun.
Here comes Jun as well. The big back Alice coming in, but the Lord just turns a little bit, well. But Alice coming in, try the backline, will be able to catch A1, A2, but unfortunately the Lord will be pounding on top of Kingsman's core as Almghty gets game number 1.
So, turns out that Justin and I were wrong. You know, it's not easy 2-0 for Kingsmen today. And you know, full credit to Almghty. They understood their win condition.